All right, so you guys have been asking for this video for a while now, so I'm finally getting around to it. This video is comparison between the Milwaukee M12 with a 10-inch bar and the Husky T540i. Standard bar, standard setup, everything stock. So got a little birch stem behind me here. Gonna do a little demo, so stick around. You guys are gonna enjoy this video. Alright guys, so in my hands I have two very distinctly different electric chainsaws for two different purposes. In my left hand I got the Milwaukee M12 Hatchet with a 10-inch bar, and right here I've got the Husky T540i standard stock setup. You know, two different saws, like I said, very different price points. And so I just wanted to shoot this video and talk to you guys about what my experience is with it, and then show you guys what the saws do. So first things first, you know, the difference, huge difference in weight. So this one, you know, to guess, I don't know exactly what the specs are. I'd say this is probably 5, 6 pounds, 7 pounds ish. This one here is probably half the weight. So I'll put the weights in the description below so you guys can compare the weight difference between these two. But this one here has got the push button safety here. So you push this, you can push it from either side, and that's how you release the trigger. It's got a hand guard up here, so you can put your hand, your second hand, on like the motor part of the saw if you're making a cut. So it's a lot different than a standard top handle saw. You can kind of reach around and do your thing with it. The really big downside to this saw is that it doesn't have a whole lot of torque. So you have to be patient. Super lightweight, easy to swing around in a tree. Maybe if you're doing limb walking and you got to reach way out there, it's a lot easier than, you know, swinging around a top handle. And like I said, just totally lacks the torque, and we'll show you that in the demo here. So I've got these extra 4 amp hour batteries on Amazon. I think I got 2 of them for 40 bucks. So the batteries for this saw are really cheap. This saw, I think I got it for about $2.50 off the shelf at my local hardware store. So the T540, totally different price point. This saw is about 800 bucks. Batteries are about 200 bucks. So I've got 2 backup batteries for this thing. So 3 batteries in total. But one of these batteries, if you're just cutting hardcore, like on the ground or something, you could probably cut for an hour on just one battery. If you're up climbing and you're just doing trimming and like piecing out a removal, then one battery could probably last a guy all day, depending on like how much cutting he's actually doing. So yeah, this saw is super, super, super awesome. There's a huge difference in performance and torque on these two things. You'll get a screen for this. Recommend throwing the screen on there. What else do we got? We got the 2 lanyard loops down here. One for, you know, hooking on your carryall. The other one for like, you know, strapping off to your lanyard. It's got the eco mode for all you tree huggers out there. So, you know, if you're just zinging too much juice out there, then you can just turn it down, you know, because you're just bringing the heat too much, you know, pumping out those emissions. So you just turn it to eco mode, and now you ain't pumping out so many, you know, carbon dioxide emissions, you know, for all you tree huggers out there. You got that econo mode, start and stop push button. So now it's disabled. Now it's back on, push button. That's super sweet. The safety works like this. You slide the safety up. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get it, it's no big deal. Super easy operation. Hit the chain brake, flashes red. If you see the red flashing light, push your chain brake in. Done deal. Learned that when I was walking out of the store with it. I was like, oh no, I bought a saw, it's broken. Psych, your chain brake's on, bro. So anyways, I think that's about it. You know, if you guys have any questions about these things, drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. But I'm gonna jump in and give you guys a demo of these 2 saws. That way you guys can kind of see the actual performance difference. So we're gonna start with the M12 here. I already shot all this stuff, but I had to reshoot this because missed a couple things. Obviously, number 1, safety first. So always wear your eye pros or your eye goes. And so first things first, M12. kind of low on the torque, so you got to be patient when you're making your cut. But like I said, way more maneuverable. I have bad shoulders, so I can hold this saw out, no problem, easy peasy. But you'll see what I mean when I talk about the cutting here. All right, so not bad, right? I'm obviously holding the stick with one hand and cutting with the other, so, you know, I'm obviously not, you know, under ideal circumstances here, but you could see, you know, this thing, you know, it gets the job done, right? Super light, you know, there's no button on it. It's just always on if you pull the trigger. So something that a ground guy could use, somebody who's not chainsaw certified, they can use this thing really easily. For the most part, not get hurt. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's not go there. But like I said, somebody who's inexperienced could use this saw really easily. But now I'm gonna show you guys the real difference here. This one's the Husky T540i, and I'm gonna give it a little rip. So as you can see, this thing clearly rips a lot harder than the M12 does. But, you know, with my bad shoulders, I don't even want to try to reach this thing all the way out. This saw, on the other hand, no problem, fully extended. So, you know, this saw could really be used on the ground by your ground guy. That way he doesn't have to fire up a saw. Or you could just take it up if you have just some really easy pruning to do. You know, batteries are super cheap. Amazon, I got 2 of them for 40 bucks, the 6 amp hours. Who knows if they're actually the 6 amp hours, they're probably 4 amp hours, just with a Chinese label on them. But works just fine, no issues with like connecting the Chinese batteries to the Milwaukee M12. This one, on the other hand, like I said, 800 bucks for the saw or so, about 200 bucks for the batteries. So I think I got about 1,200 bucks into this thing. I'm super impressed with it. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Nobody that I've talked to that owns one of these saws has had anything bad to say about it. So pretty much the only people who have anything bad to say about it are the people who haven't tried it yet. So obviously, you know, huge difference between these two tools. Biggest difference between these two tools is the price point. You're gonna be able to get into the M12 Hatchet for like 250 bucks. Batteries are super cheap. You can upgrade it to a 10-inch bar if you want to. Come standard with a 6-inch bar. So just, you know, I don't know, pretty reasonable, you know, if you need something to climb with and limb with, besides, you know, like a ground saw. If you're looking at getting your first climbing saw, M12 is not a bad choice. Gets you up in the tree and it's easy to work with, electric. So, you know, but if you're really, you know, trying to make production, highly recommend the Husky T540i. This thing is just super awesome. I mean, I didn't really realize how popular this saw was until I got it, and once I started using it, I was like, yeah, this thing's awesome. This will do it. And then I started kind of talking to other people about what they had to say about it, and it's like, you know, I haven't heard anything but good things, and I don't have anything but good things to say about it. So if you don't have a Husky T540i, you need to get one. Swing on over to treesavages.shop. We've got tree gear. If these saws are available, they'll be on there. We've got apparel, new line of apparel. I'd climb that because I know you guys would climb that. swing on over treesavages.shop. We got a whole bunch of other designs too. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Redbeard, see you on the next one. Peace.